setting it up. And it looks like we're live.
Hey, amazing. Should we record or it's already recorded?
Yes, let's record. And then I'll, all these little steps.
And it looks like we're live. Hey, amazing. Should we record or it's already recorded?
Yes, let's record.
Can you hear? Can you also hear that sound?
All these. All right, there we go. I think we're good.
Awesome.
So
here we go.
We've been working on all the little details, and we're just happy to join you all, or have you all join us as we chose to go live on YouTube with this really fun and different conversation. My dear friend Uliana on all the other side of the world, she finds herself in Russia right now, and I'm so grateful that there's always a way around for us to come in and have a conversation.
You have internet here, if you wonder.
There is internet. And but the conversation we're having tonight, Uliana, is such a different conversation. We titled it "Money Come, What Do You Mean?" I would love to hear from you.
What do I mean with that name, I guess?
She created it. I was like, we want to talk about money. She goes, what about this title, Ma? That's a great one. Let's go.
So I was looking at, like, we have this tool, Money Come, and sorry guys for my voice, I'm having a little bit of changes going on with my body, so I sound sexy, as Sylvia said. Normally I sound different, but what will it take for me to be still sexy with my normal voice? So a lot of people are asking for money to come, but then I was looking at, okay, but what do they actually mean by this word? Like, what are they actually inviting to their lives? Because for a lot of people, money are not like something that they would enjoy. When I first looked at it, when Gary asked that question us at some classes, I don't even remember, he said, what is actually money for you? And when I looked at it, I realized that for me, money was something that always finished. And that was what I was creating. And I was like, wow, that's actually so beautiful to actually look what you're asking for. And with this tool, this is what I was like asking, like blah, 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 money come. And I was inviting more of like, money is always finished. So when I changed that, that's just actually helped me a lot. So this is where I started to look at it. And also this tool of Money Come in general just sounds so easy, and how much we are avoiding something that actually is so easy because we are not, like, no one taught us to ask anything. Like maybe we did, but no one was like, inspiring us to do that. So I want to ask you, like, what that tool means to you. How do you use it? And what is money for you?
Well, as you're speaking, one of the many gifts for me playing with the Access Consciousness tools has been acknowledging the energetics of living, of creating, of being, and money. There's so many incredible books in Access Consciousness about money, and one of them is How to Become Money. And it's such this interesting concept for so many people. Like money's so heady, right? Like what it is, how do you use it? How do you make it? You have to work hard. And it's these points of views that we have about money. So for me, I never realized how much ease I had with money, and it was like the wrongness of having ease with money. So I started to play with money come, not from a necessity, but just like, okay, we have this tool. I started to ask two questions. What can I be? And also money come. In any moment in the day, okay, money come. But I so appreciate what you said, because if you have this underlying point of view or thought about money, the money come, it's going to not be coherent. So it won't show up. It'll show up with that point of view that you have. So if money is not showing up with ease, I even look at different things that have come up for me. I was like, wow, what point of view? At one point, I started to generate way more money than I thought was possible, and I quickly got rid of it. And it was like, wow, what point of view do I have there that I couldn't receive, have it to really be with me? Um, so this for me is this exploration of like, I do enjoy it, hedonistic living, that there's this sense, it's like, what I'm still discovering what points of views do I have, or who am I trying, what life and reality am I trying to live that's not truly the one I desire. Oh, sorry. Here. Yeah. Let's do.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's beautiful what you said. And we have also this book, Getting Out of That Joyfully. And Simone, if you guys don't know, now it used to be a class also, Getting Out of That Joyfully. And now this class has been, repackaged, changed into Money Done Different. And that's just changed the energy for me of the class a lot. And I personally so grateful for this book, and this book full of money tools. So it is Money Done Different. That's actually should be like first or second name for it. And that's how I actually started to use access tools from this book. And there was a beautiful question of who can be like, I'm not even sure how to say that in English, but what it was about. The question was about who would love to contribute to me and to my life today financially, and who or what. And I started to ask that question way before I took my first bars class, and I was just so impressed. Like people was. I wanted to go to this like very cool exhibition, and that was like the last day of the exhibition. So lines was huge. So I went into that exhibition center, and they was like, "Sorry, we like sold out. We don't have any tickets anymore." And I was just like standing there without any point of view that like I need to go out of here. They said to me that they got like finished, everything is like closing up. And I was just standing there in the middle of this foyer. And there was a guy, he said to me, "Are you looking to get in?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "We have one guy who didn't show up. Do you want to go?" And he gave me these 2 tickets and disappeared. And I just remember myself standing there with these 2 tickets in my hands. And they were saying like, like in 1 minute we should get in. And I just threw this ticket like this. Maybe someone will catch it, because I really needed to go. And I had 2 of them. But that was just so beautiful of like example of how if you don't have a point of view, who will contribute? Like when you are willing to ask to like whenever shows up in your life. So when you like go into this out of control world with money, that can happen. Like I don't know this guy, I never met him in my life, and he still changed a lot for me and perspective of money and how that can appear in your life. So it's just beautiful. I love that example.
And I love that because it also reminds me of this other side to money that we often don't look at. And one, are you willing to ask? But 2, are you willing to receive? And the willingness to stay in that room and just, I'm sure it wasn't even cognitive, you're just kind of still there, but the willingness to receive someone gifting you and not question it, not doubt it, and receive it and go. That for me is I get is what's available to us when we get out of the way. But we so have these points of views. I got to do it by myself. I got to work hard. It's got to show up through my business, or it's got to show up, with me paying for something. And oftentimes the magic is unexplainable if we're willing to receive it.
I really remember staying there with these 2 tickets, and I was like, where I should send you money, or where I should give you a second ticket. I went into this reality explanation of how I should act in that moment, but he was gone. Like they was telling me I should go now or never, and I was just like, okay, I will just throw that in the air. Maybe someone will catch it. That was really hilarious. And also, I was asking this question with my business at that time. I had my cosmetic shop, and I mean, things was going kinda, but it's not that we were receiving like messages from clients or orders like every day. But I remember I was, I think, in Barcelona with my parents, like on vacation. And I was like, okay, what if I will just ask this question every day? And I did. And really, like, messages or something from clients was coming every day. I remember, like, I was like, okay, I will just try. I will just try and go with this one question from this book that was way too expensive, but I bought it. And I was just like, I will just do it, because it's like this book was really expensive for me at the time. And I mean, I wasn't poor, but to use this money for the book was a lot. And I was like, okay, you better pay for yourself, you know. And it did. So I'm just also like, me and you talked about this class, and I just really wanted to let you guys know that this like money world is so big, and we can go so much beyond if you will get rid of your point of view. And when I'm looking at you, Sylvia, I'm like, when I met you the first time, I'm not remember where was it, but also like this joy that you have with money. And that's so true. Like what I also like about all money tools and access, some people will think like, some people can add some weird stuff into it, but what I like about it, that you are not allowing the amount of money on your account in the moment tell
Yes.
you, you know, and tell you how you should act and tell you about your choices. And that actually gave me a lot of freedom too, even in my business. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh, maybe I cannot afford it, because I also have a dress like a clothing business, and it's expensive business to run. And I'm also buying like the most expensive materials, and I don't want to like, you know, not buy it. And sometimes like this reality telling me that I should not do that, that I should buy something from China or whatever. But then I'm looking at the energy of it, and that changing a lot for me. So that just this way of looking at money, that access, these tools that access are gifting us, they are just incredible and so different.
Yes, and there's so many things in what you said, but one of them is this, the title of the class that Simone has, you know, acknowledged something has changed. The book, Getting Out of Debt Joyfully, that class, I mean, incredible, brilliant. And yet the energy of this new class for me too, it was like, wow, yes, that. And it was almost as if the invitation is now to go, what if you didn't have to look somewhere else, but go, wow, what's my reality and what's true for me? And one of them, as you mentioned, is the joy. Like I really get money follows joy, and that sense of like, what would I like to choose? Now, the other point of view that I hope people are taking notes, you know, because these are incredible tools. I know they sound so simple, but start asking money come. And if it doesn't seem light to ask it, ask yourself, what point of view do you have there? Because then I realized as I started to travel the world, you know, I'd tell people, well, the world's not that big and it really isn't that expensive to travel. But I thought, wait, I have a different point of view. I was willing to choose when the money wasn't there. And that's not how most people function. And I never realized that at the beginning. It was like, yes, I'll go. How? I have no idea. And I have gotten to see my world get bigger, greater, and also where I stop myself, because I also notice where then I buy into the point of view. But those moments where I choose and I said, I'm going, I have no idea how, but I'm going to go. And then how everything starts to shift and open up for it to show up. So this is our invitation, a little glimpse of this possibility of money done different. Simone Milasas' new class. And we invite you to check out the book, Getting Out of Debt Joyfully. She has many others. Access Consciousness has other books. If you're looking to perhaps have a new perspective on money for you in your life and where you may be able to receive way more than you think, even in moments like we're living today. Because I have also lived through different situations where you think money isn't available and it truly is. So what if you didn't have to stop yourself and can truly acknowledge that you might have a different way, a different perspective, and so much more available?
Yeah, that's beautifully put. Thank you, Sylvia.
And thank you to our translators. We're going to save this video on YouTube, so there'll be different languages. And if you have any questions, ask us in the chat. And what can we all choose differently now? There's something new available. So thank you, my beautiful friend. I hope to see you soon. And thank you, translators. Ciao, everybody.
Bye.